Hi everyone, I'm Sam. Today is October 6th, 2025, Monday, and for today's bonus video, I'll be playing Alphadots. It is a new game from Bloomberg website, which I think this is the very first game they've ever made. I don't know if they have any other games, but I think this is the first one that I know of. Bloomberg is, known for, talking about the economy, well, you can see here, business, politics, that kind of thing. Not really for games, but it's still interesting. I think it employs, um, graphs with letters. So you're sort of like, yeah, well, we'll see. I don't know if the time starts as soon as I press start, but if the timer does go off as soon as I press start, then I will try to solve it as quickly as I can first, and then we can discuss what the game is all about afterwards. But just to give you an idea, it's basically like a chart with the y-axis being the letters. And you kind of have to figure out based on the dots, the position of the dots on the coordinates, like where do you think plot wise that would be, would it be like the letter A here or Z here or that kind of thing. There we go, and it'll form a word, of course. Let's go start. So the how to play the hidden phrase. Okay, so they tell me the answer. The hidden phrase is visualized on the chart. Use the chart and include to decode it. Letters are plotted from A top to Z bottom, as you can see here. So there's A to Z. All right. Stuck plot. So the clue is liquid acid. Stuck plot a letter you think is in the phrase. For example, let's try plotting O. Every O in the phrase will be revealed. So O here is revealed to be the first letter of this three-letter word, and it's right over here. So these are this letter will obviously to be before O, and this one is obviously comes after this letter, right? At the end, we figure out as oil. So I for L, and L comes before O. So let's go play it. All right, timer starts. Going rate. 2 words, 3 letters and 4 letters. Going rate. Don't know what that could be. But we know this one is very close. So this one is definitely A. So I'm going to try to plot this one. Maybe I won't plot because I think they take notes of how many plots I go. So this one has to be B. B something, right? B something. Don't know what that is. If it's a vowel, which I think you suppose it could be a U. Going rate. Bus. It can't be stop because that one is A. Something. Well, let's just put X for now. A. R maybe? Something like that. A there. If B here, C here. Could be a G. This one. A. B. D maybe? E. C. A. Something D? Hmm. Going rate. Hmm. I could try to plot the letter, but it will count toward my time. I can't remember what the scoring is like. The first letter is definitely got to be B, I feel like. And then this one is definitely an A. A, B. B here. Gotta be D, can't be an could be an E, actually. Oh, bus fare! Okay, I got it now. Let's try it. Oh, nice. Okay, now I get the clue. All right, let's take a look at it. Yeah, see the puzzle. 2 minutes 3 seconds with 0 plot. So I think the aim is try to get it fast, and if you can, don't plot anything. So like because when you plot it, obviously it's giving you hints. But I try to look at it and visualize it without doing any plots. Plots is you trying to guess whether the letter is in that spot, and then if it's correct or not, it will show on the line here. So yeah, so I figured this one because we know for sure it's A because it's right on the line the A, and because it's so close together, I figured this had to be a B. And knowing that here, Z, I mean, the closest vowel is, well, if it's Y, it would be lower, so it probably had to be a U. So I was like, okay, BU, but I couldn't figure out. But then I realized, okay, it could be bus, maybe. And then this one being A, all right. Then this one could be ABC. I was thinking, at first I thought it was D. Maybe this is E. But then I was like, EA what? And then ending in D, that EA blank D didn't seem like it would make a word. So I was like, okay, what if it was something blank A blank E, and then what if it was if after E, because this is lower than E, if this is E and this is F, so it would be F A something E. And I was like, okay, now the clue makes sense. Going rate. So how much you pay to go somewhere, that will be your bus fare. How much you pay to sit on a bus transport take you from A to B. So there we go. Bus fare. That's the kind of clue here with the question mark. So it's kind of like you've got to figure out the clue like a crossword kind of thing. And this one is a phrase here. Sometimes it's one word, sometimes it's a two-word phrase, that kind of thing. But yeah, typically they will tell you what it is. But I really like the concept. I mean, to me, this is very interesting. I don't really have time to play more daily games, but I could foresee that if I was, that person before where I was so crazy over daily games, this one could be in part of my rotation because this is to me super fun of like the idea of plotting it in this sense to visualize it and trying to guess based on the lines. Like I like this, I really like this. And you can see the chart and I guess vaguely the positioning. And of course, if you're not sure, you can always put in a plot and kind of try to confirm the letters if there are any like hangman shows you where the letters are if it is there. But I like trying to test myself without any of the plots, and I think 2 minutes 3 seconds is a pretty good time, thanks to me also figuring out that what the second word the letters were and then understanding the clue like a crossword thing. So if you've got that kind of crossword inclined thinking, solving, I think this should not be too hard for you, I think. But yeah, it's still pretty fun for me. So yeah, I will leave a link in the comments for you to try Alphadots yourself. Let me know what you think, how you did. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next